Yes, analyzing now the game with our coaches there, that's an important point. I think that the best moment we had in the game was the first half, and especially after scoring the first goal. So probably in that moment we should close the game. It was a game very long with 2 halves and 2 extra times. In the first half, I think that Mohun created very good chances, but we were having the control of the game, and slowly we were getting the game more mature and more in our side. The first goal for us was a big boost, and I repeat, in that moment we should score 1 or 2 chances that we had, and with a succeeded half-time is completely a different scenario and a 1-1 in the last minute. So that was an important moment. In the second half, the game became very, very tactical. As we saw, some holding players came into the pitch, there was less chances and less openings for both teams, and it continued like this till the
like Jai Gupta, he is a newcomer, he has joined Bengal the first time. So what was the reason for letting him to shoot the penalty?
I'm a person that I want the players to decide and to put the guts to pay the penalties. So what we did in the last chat before the penalties was asking the players not who is going to pay the penalty, who is going to score the penalty. Jay did a beautiful game, nothing to blame. Penalties is true that some people consider it lottery, but some other people you need to have also penalties. So we wanted to boost the morale of our players, asking them who is going to score, and unfortunately, Jay was the one missing. I follow the advice of my coaching staff, and probably if I analyze the game, it's my mistake. I should be following the advice because in the first penalty of Owens missing, so probably Jill should have continued with the penalties. But I repeat, I need to price my players and my coaching staff. I'm a person that I like to believe. So probably today the advice that I was given was not the best one.
What is the positives, though we have lost the match?
First of all, the biggest thing that I have is the excitement of the supporters. They gave us wins today on the game. They were completely confident, determined that we would win the final. And the biggest thing that I have is not bringing a title to them and losing this derby. Saying that, I think that there are a lot of possibilities and a couple of things that we need to take into account and prove that the possibilities of this game are huge. We compete very well, we understand well all the moments of the game. I think that Mohammedan on the pitch, I'm not going to say they were worse, but they were not better than us. The game was very open. Last year we were having this complex of inferiority, but our team is ready to fight for titles. This is what I was telling for a long time. We wanted to reach this point, and I hope that this pain that we have today, not being the final, we can transform it in positivity, because in 15 days we have the chance again to play with Mohammedan the last group stage of the Super Cup, and probably we can go to the final stage. We will completely forget what happened today. As I said before, we were getting mature and more confident with the passing of the time. And I will give, in particular, you're asking about Hamid. I think that Hamid today played a beautiful game. He was making a lot of openings, playing very well with nice behind him. He was even winning some areas with the 2 towers that they have on the centre back. So I'm pretty happy with the performance of Hamid. Say that, I'm also happy that we have 2 strikers with different conditions. Hamid is a right-hand player that is going to create a lot of problems on the space, and Hiroshi is a positional player that will create a lot of problems with holding the ball and in movements in the box. So we just need to understand who to put depending on the moments, conditions of the rivals, and what we need to do again.
Last question. How much prepared your team at Super Cup?
We didn't lose today. We get things 1-1. Sorry. So we missed 1 penalty out of 5. The performance from my side is almost perfect. But to win titles, and especially with such a big team as Mohammedan, that almost should be eradicated. We should be perfect to win a title and to beat such a strong rival as Mohammedan. And I repeat, we didn't lose the game. What we lost is the penalty shootout. Honestly, yes. Honestly, I think that our team has been growing with the, as of the season. We started at the beginning of July with our pre-season, and as I said before, the last year we were far from the level of Mohammedan, and what is clear after the 2 derbies that we played this season, but now it's very, very close, and in these kind of games, the small details are going to determine who is the winner. Also, they are a very settled team. They are ready to compete in the international stage. They hold most of the players of the last years with some improvements. For us, it's a big transformation. So I think that this big transformation needs to get well. The players need to understand very well who is who, what is the strong points of everyone, and when games as today and the last game are going to help us a lot on the competitive level to keep growing. And I'm really sorry, giving a lot of importance to the IFA Shield, but the reality is that this is a pre-season tournament and the season is starting in Goa on the next 25 with the Super Cup. And I repeat, we want to be playing on the international stage, and the Super Cup is giving one slot. So unfortunately, we are not lifting today the trophy.
Extra time.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।